Hello, my dear colleagues joining the 6th EPPI. My name is Giselle, and it's a great pleasure for me to be here. I am a teacher of English in Distrito Federal, and I work at Centro de Ensino Fundamental 8 de Sobradinho, which is a public regular school. I currently teach 6th and 7th grades. I am not an artist, nor an arts teacher, but I enjoy arts and crafts, and I realized they can be a good strategy to be integrated in our activities, in our English class. Before I describe this activity, I've done sometimes with my students, and I have been very successful with, I'd like to make some considerations with you. Art activities to the EFL class. Some reflections. The second TESOL principle for exemplary teaching of English learner, grades K to 12, says that we should create conditions for language learning. It means that teachers create a classroom culture that will ensure that students feel comfortable in the class. They make decisions regarding the physical environment, the materials, and the social integration of students to promote language learning. I believe that integrating arts activity can achieve this goal. The TESOL principles also suggest that we have these practices. Teachers promote an emotionally positive and organized classroom with attention to reducing students' anxiety and developing trust. Teachers demonstrate expectations of success for all learners, and teachers plan instruction to enhance and support the students' motivations for language learning. Also, these activities are principled in differentiated instruction. According to Blas, this term encompasses a range of teaching strategies and attitudes that all focus on the two concerns of any good educator, students and learning. The standards and the curriculum tells us what students need to know, and differentiated instruction techniques helps us get them there. Also, she says that differentiated instruction is rigorous, providing challenging instructions that motivate the students. It's relevant, not more of the same or extra fluff, but essential. And it's also proactive, using methods like hands-on projects like the one I'm suggesting you today. Well, in other words, this activity is fun and engaging, it's cross-curricular, it's collaborative because the students will help one another. It's a gateway for writing, production, or even integrated skills, and students will love it. It's listed among the most appreciated classes, according to my students. This mixed media project is not an isolated activity. It's a climax of a previous process. And I have used in many different ways for writing acrostics, for vocabulary like parts of the house, but you can use your own ideas and adapt to your students' needs. You can scan this if you want a tutorial on how to make the origami house I suggest here. I prepared this video for my students, but of course you can use with yours and for yourself. This is an outline of a lesson plan. The title is Mixed Media Project because it involves origami, scrapbooking, lettering, collage, drawing, or anything else you can include according to your needs and even your imagination. It's designed for beginners, 6th and 7th grades. And it's a good idea to enhance the students' written or oral production. This is how I have used it. But if you want and if you find it useful, you can adapt it to integrate other skills. I think it's useful for enhance students writing on slogans, vocabulary on shapes, supplies, parts of the house, paragraph, acrostic instructions. This is example of content you can use and grammar goals you can achieve. You need these supplies: a sheet of paper, or construction paper, computer paper, origami paper, a pair of scissors or a ruler, glue to finish the project, colored pens, markers, pencils. So these are the supplies you and your students will need. In the tutorial, you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. I have some recommendations for you. Have a model. I usually have models for my students, because if you cannot do it yourself, probably they won't be able to. So I think this way, when you prepare a model, you can have an idea of the kind of difficulties they may find, and you can adapt your instruction. You can have a visual aid for what you are suggesting them to do. Have it clear what you expect from them in terms of language, the rubrics. For example, I usually tell my students that they need to have a slogan inside the origami house. They need words or parts of the house, something like this. And some statics criteria you can establish. Give students choice, options, time and alternative materials. Some students of mine take more than 2 classes to finish their project. Maybe it's going to happen with yours too, so have them this opportunity. Find a way to celebrate their production. For example, I mean these words that you can create an opportunity so that others can see their art. They will be very proud of their work. In Centro de Ensino Fundamental, where I work, we have a jantar literário every year. So this is the moment I usually display their production. This year, it's probably going to be online because of the pandemic. So you can you can work online with that too. Well, if you like this kind of activities, you'll probably find it useful to download this wonderful book, Create to Communicate, that is available for free at americanenglish.state.gov, or you can scan this code to have immediate access to it. And I based my words and my ideas on these references. And if you lack inspiration, if you need more and more ideas, I suggest you Pinterest, because this is where I find ideas from scrapbooking, lettering. You can have ideas for whatever your imagination may take you. Well, thank you for watching me. I hope this idea may have inspired you to use art activities in your classes. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.